Hello, my name is Gyoke Yokoyama of Sozenji Buddhist Temple. I hope you're doing well as the society continues to reopen after this long pandemic. And many of us are still vigilant about these variants. Hope your family and friends are all doing well. I wanted to share my thoughts on this particular day when I just finished the session or Zazen with my friend, Mr. Aaron Roth, who lives in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. For me, this is the first um, Zen session happening on Zoom. I got directly involved in this way, in this manner, for the mission in Canada, which had always been one of my life missions, which I will continue to dedicate my life for. Partially because of my connection with Canada, Canadian people, and also significantly through my connection with my son, who is Canadian. It's also a way to show him that I am there for him. That's a personal side, of course, the story. Now, as a Soto Zen missionary, I'm hoping that this will continue. This will going to be an official project with him, and also through the connection with Tea House in Calgary, led by Reverend Tim Sampson, one of Reverend Norman Zolket's Fisher's students. We had a chance to meet another friend from Mountain Zen Community in British Columbia. So just to get to know that there's this kind of community Northwest gives me this hope and excitement that will hopefully lead us all to developing a more sort of community in Edmonton and also in Lethbridge. So I'd like to thank Aaron for everything he's been doing and he continues to do. And I'm very honored to be a part of his project. Today I was sharing this message a little bit. I was telling him with, I guess considering his background as a Catholic priest trainee and a bit of a Jesuit, and definitely that Jesuit background really resonated with me as I myself made a re-entry back to this Zen practice, path of Dharma, through Jesuit community in Tokyo back in 1999. Although I had spent my whole life born and raised in Buddhist temple family. One of the things they taught me was to learn indigenous culture, indigenous language, local traditions, local way of life. So one of the things I've been doing personally was keep listening to Christian radio shows. Well, partially it's because I guess it doesn't have any commercials in between songs and radio shows. But it also teaches me how the way they convey their message can help me convey the nuance of Dharma in a way that's a bit more relatable to them. And also, I realize how different it can be. So there's a difference and there's that sameness, similarities, and yet clarifies how best I can continue to share what I've learned. I'm continuing to learn. One of the things that I listened to through these sort of shows was that how we need to button up the shirt. We put the first button and it leads to the next one. But how when we're small kid, you sort of put the button in the wrong spot and it gets all this aligned. It's not an alignment anymore. So it gets a little tension, But it's a bit like how we do Zazen sometimes. We maybe we don't have the right posture, we don't breathe right, and that continues to create a little funny tension. And then in a sense, we sit with that tension sometimes. But important thing in Soto Zen teaching is that we create the right kind of environment, right kind of rhythm of life that aligned with, I guess, ideally the Mother Earth. That's sort of the farthest point. Then out of this alignment comes the right zendo, a space that allows us to sit in the right posture, right condition, right amount of light, right amount of calmness or quietness. And that would allow us to sit in a good posture, right breathing. And stable breathing would allow us to calm our mind, to feel settled, to feel centered, grounded. And where our body feels grounded, our mind feels grounded, becomes grounded. And our mind becomes grounded, then that's where true composure, tranquility can unfold. And out of this composure, out of this concentration comes the wisdom. It's often intuitive, but then that leads us to be more aware, leading us to more compassion. And then it goes the other way around. The mind aligns the body, and that body, right kind of body condition, physical condition, allows us to take care of the environment. And right kind of environments allows us to reach out farther back, farther out. So it's a continuous ripples, goes both ways. And that's how we continue to practice in Mahayana way. The Canadian mission, the mission in Canada, is something, as I said, something I've been aspiring to do throughout my life. And this is the beginning. And I would like to contribute to our and his group. And now that I'm back in touch with the Canadian friends, I'd like to continue to all existing Canadian sanghas of Soto Zen Buddhism in some ways. So I hope I could be a useful element to the Dharma that continues to flourish in the land of Canada, respecting the Indigenous culture, existing cultures from all aspects, from all corners of the world, which makes Canada Canada. And I hope I can be a good part of the nation, the country, that way. Anyway, that was my thought today, and I'm very happy that this is happening. I look forward to witnessing what will continue to happen in the future.